So this is gonna be a pretty short thing, I believe. Let me see. Where is it? I'll change it to the title to Tiny Twitch Recap and just chatting. So we did a lot this year, actually, like a lot. Don't know how, for how much you've been there, but it has really been a lot. And by that I mean we have this. There is this site called Twitch Tracker that tracks what you have done so far, and this says that this year we've had how many streams? A lot. With lots of titles. I was watched 480 hours watched of... What did we do in April? May 14, May 21. Yeah, that was my birthday stream. That was one of these was a pretty long Darkest Dungeon 2 stream, I believe. In May. But we can also look, I think we'll get more out of it if we look at the games we played this year. So we played a ton of World and Rise, because, you know, those are the games we played the most this time around. Actually, do I want to go like on another scene with that? Hold on, let me hide Darkest Dungeon here. And put myself again on the right side because that's where I like to be. There you go. Yeah, this is fine enough. This is fine enough. I'll mute Darkest Dungeon and I'll put up something on Spotify. Probably some Risk of Rain. Which I'll get to in a bit. I'll get to that in a bit. The microphone is too loud again. Yeah, Monster Hunter World, Darkest Dungeon 2, and Monster Hunter Rise. Those are like the big 3 games this year for me. Both old games, and Darkest Dungeon being the newest one. But boy, did I really enjoyed those games. Like, I mean, I'm still enjoying World to this date, because since I've started back playing World back in December, I'm still playing it off stream and with other streamers, just hopping into their streams, playing in the sessions a bit. I'm not so happy with Monster Hunter Rise, honestly, because the endgame thing kind of dead. Or, well, empty, I should say. Like, sure, you can do the afflicted grind over and over, but it's like, do you really want to? For what game do you do that? I don't know. Sure, you can make a point about it, but I just don't jive with it as all. Or jam, whatever. Oh yeah, right, at the start of the year, that's something I've seen. At the start of the year, I've played Neo 2 a lot. Surprisingly. I can't even remember that. I don't even remember what I did there, but apparently I did a ton for playthrough. I was looking at that. Hold on. I do know I have a playlist of it and I did some things in there. But for the life of me, I can't remember what I did in Neo 2. Like, what did I do? I did play Townfalls. A lot of them. Like, I did like 9 streams with 4 hours each. Some of them, like, or 2 of them being 7 hours and 1 8-hour stream. That was a lot of time I put in there. And I can't even remember it anymore, but it's, you know, there's not much to say. You play Final Fantasy 14 a bunch, probably not gonna do that again because, well, you know, I do have the impression that my audience, or that you people, don't really have anything much to do with 14. Because there is a lot of prerequisite knowledge required to enjoy anything about the raids. And personally, I don't get anything out of watching people raid. So it's like, because FF14 is static and you'll know what happens at certain points. So it's mostly just fixed to, well, the timing and the people not messing up. But if everything is predetermined, then there's like no fun in it for me watching, even if it's like older content. Like, and I mean old content, like if everything is known about it, which is like 1 or 2 weeks in, then it gets hella boring real quick. I played a bunch of Warframe this year. Not too much, because I've pretty much stopped Warframe. But as Wiltings said earlier, because when Wiltings was here, Wiltings plays a lot of Warframe. Like, a lot. A lot, alright. And I might look into the story again, because the story of Warframe actually interested me with the new war and the man on the wall. And the rap tap tap. That was pretty fancy and interesting. Might do that on stream, might do that off stream, I don't know yet. But not this year. Play a bunch of retro, which mostly is probably the very old stuff, like what did I put in the retro category? Some N64 games probably. I did the Oracles, the Oracles randomizer yesterday and today. I did on the retro category, which it even says December 18, so today. Might do more of that on stream because I do enjoy that. It's really fun. I do love the Oracles game, and having them randomized and maybe even with some harder logic. I'll show that on stream next time, so I can actually show you how the randomization options look like. It's fun, and the only issue I had with this randomizer was that I had basically everything in the game at Dungeon 4. Or when I was ready to do Dungeon 4. Granted, I was basically everywhere on the... I've been everywhere on the map already. Basically. But at that point, it was just running down the dungeons with nothing in between much. Kind of a shame, honestly. Maybe the seat was... Or the shuffle was kind of off. Yomavari Lost in the Dark. Very fun game. Could have been half as long, would have been much better. Because it did drag on a lot at the end. A lot. And lost its scare factor really early. Maybe because I've played the other two, but... Then we have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which I started in Nuzlocke for this year, and then I abandoned it because I just do not enjoy this game. I might play an older Nuzlocke, randomized Nuzlocke, whatever. Or just a randomizer of the old ones, but Scarlet and Violet are just not for me. Shame, or sadly, I should say. And then we have some miscellaneous stuff. Oxygen included. I'm still playing that. We'll be back tomorrow, because it's super fun to play that. I have an off-stream colony started at the moment that is on an ocean asteroid or habitat. Normal core, lots of ocean in the outer areas. I've breached the surface now after around 70 cycles. it gets interesting, and I have to actually start working around not having much metal, and that's kind of weird. So I might have to start some space travel, get other resources. I discovered that I have, for example, an oil geyser on my starting planet. So I don't even need to bother with oil wells, because I just have something that spits out hot oil. But you can use to heat stuff, or just plain up make plastic. That's great! Hellsinger, absolutely fantastic game. I want to play it again because... What do you mean -1 follower? Because Hellsinger added a horde mode, which is, I think, some infinite stuff, where you can just go around and shoot thingies without doing levels. Because while I liked Hellsinger, the level structure was kind of, well, boring after a while for me. Gunpowder Goemon will make its return next year on the birthday, as usual. I played a bit of Sekiro this year. Probably just to, like, refresh on something, I don't know. Because I'm pretty much done with Sekiro. I did all the paths. I did everything else. I did all the... I have platinum in the game. I did all the bosses. I did all the endings. And I did all the boss gauntlets. There's nothing left to do there for me. Literally nothing. Aside from Get Good, which I think I got somewhat. I played a bit of JoJo's on stream. I'm not a fighters guy. I wanted to play that more. Mario Sunshine, I played like half of that. Good one. Because I wanted to check how my upscaler works. Like Warrior 5. Which I need people to play with, because playing that single solo is boring. A scary game this year, Luigi's Mansion, on my GameCube. On original hardware. Still a fantastic game. Took me 4 hours something. Ren, we have to continue Remnant 2 at some point. I'm just too lazy to actually hit you up with that. One of my childhood nightmares, Alex Kidd in Miracle World, got released and remastered, and I finished that. Only took me 20 years. I have to actually put more time into On Living and Autonauts. Autonauts I did a bit when I waited for FF14 to gather groups. Yeah, you always remind me, I know. How about we'll talk about that. I do have something in mind for that. And Star Fox 64 is just a game I can do on the side because it's great. There is so much I want to do with my stream. And there's so much I'd love to do. But there is just not enough time for anything, because if I'm streaming, I can't do the preparations, and I can't sit down learning, because I'm playing. And when I'm streaming, I can't play the other stuff that I want to play, because, you know, there's just no time. My time management is ass, so to say. Also, I did start, what the hell? I did start animating my new background that we unlocked. Looks like this. And I will be using that for Monster Hunter starting up. Because it's just too gorgeous to not. I mean... how can you not like that? Also, why am I in the bottom right there? Hello. Zip. Zip. This is just too good to actually not use. Imagine! I even commissioned that, why wouldn't I use that? Yeah. You did the deeds and I did the animations. It's as much as I can do with my simple knowledge of the program. I mean, there's some wonky shit going on. Like if you look at the center of it, you see the neck of the Zenogre weirdly folding in itself. The blade is not really doing anything. top left, the horns of the Zinogre are somewhat off. I have to fix that. But hey, the interesting thing is, which I found out, there's lightning sparks going on. It's way more advanced than what I know how to do. The thing is, Bear, this is just a very, very simple wallpaper engine being used here. It's just an image and different layers, and you put effects on these layers. That's all. There's no magic there. I wish there was, because then it would actually feel like I can do stuff, but there's not. Oh yeah, we can look. Effects layers? It's magic! Magic, you say, eh? Hold on. I'm messing up everything right now. Magic, you say? You can't do a recap without that sound. That is already... Can you imagine that, Bear? It's been 2.5 years since we've last heard that in the actual game. What I'm getting at, it's been 2.5 years since I finished Danganronpa. Perfect, thank you, Red. 2.5 years! Imagine. It feels like we've come a distance. I mean, I even added that, so... Lots of ams, ums, and ums, because that's how I fill my gaps in my sentences. The music you're listening to right now. Did I die again? No. Also, this is supposed to repeat itself. There you go. Grumbles an old bear. The music you listen to right now, that's Risk of Rain 2. I want to play Risk of Rain Returns and 2 on stream more, because those are just fantastic games. And maybe until March we'll be playing a mix of Oxygen Included, Risk of Rain, and Monster Hunter. Maybe that'll be the 3 games I'll be doing in the next 3 months. Why the next 3 months? Because March 22nd releases Dragon's Dogma 2. And this stream, and the chat for that matter, will go into a lockdown. And by lockdown I mean, I'll be putting this thing for the first time ever in subscriber only mode. Because I don't want any spoilers whatsoever. I don't care what the people out there do. I don't care what they will... I won't care what they're thinking. I just want to play my game, record that, and have the people that actually like watching me enjoy that. No randos that go, oh, have you actually defeated the dragon at this and this location? I'm like, dude, I didn't even know there was a dragon at that location, or whatever that location is. I don't want none of that. I don't want none of the things that I had with Danganronpa with the last 3 chapters of V3. Because literally in the last chapter... Theme Dragon's Dogma 2? Probably. Because it's... while I'm ranting, I might as well reference that. Because... I don't know if you people saw that back then, if you were around for that, but when we were doing Danganronpa V3, in the last, like 2 hours before the big reveal of who the villain was, who the mastermind was, somebody in chat was like just, hey, this person is the villain and they're doing it, why? Because that, and I was just like, bad. I'm pretty sure that nobody much saw that. But that basically even more destroyed my expectations of the game. There were so many goddamn fucking spoiler nerds. Like what do people get out of that? I don't understand that. Enough about that, Rand. You got a spoil of your face. That is what I prefer. I highly prefer not being spoiled on shenanigans instead of going off. Imagine that, live streaming a game and not getting spoiled. Couldn't be me. It couldn't be this stream because I can't even go hunt a single monster, a monster hunter that I've not seen before, and not know that there is a second rage form or a third one. Because people just cannot shut up their mouth because they're too excited. I get that the people are excited about the things they like. You know? But... and when I say that I didn't want to know that, and they talk back with me being rude, that's just... if you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna go further into that. Now this here right here is the clips page of what has been clipped this year. Let that be a rule here. I do have that rule, Shatira. I do say do watch for the no spoiler attack, which I granted don't have up often. But it's just common sense, right? Was Nicotine Neku even this year? No bear. Nicotine Neku was last year. Just like in old times, right? Beautiful. Yeah, I played... when did I play The World Ends With You, Near The World Ends With You? When did I play that? Last year? 2022? 2021? Oh shite, that was 2021! Bear, it's 2.5 years! It's 2 years! September 14th, 2021! Oh my god! Where'd the time go? But that is mostly due to the part that I have not been streaming last year very much. Like, look at this sadness. I mean, that's also a sadness, but look at that. I did a lot at the start before we moved, and then I did nothing for the rest of the year, basically. And then I started picking it up again and slouched throughout April. And yeah, first half of the year was very slouchy and not doing anything. I picked it up back in September, but I've been such a lazy... where's the tag, old Gamb? This is gonna be a joke for Shatira. Can I not just empty tag Amtor? I'm young but old. What even happened this year? I don't know. I don't know there. This year is kind of a blur looking back. Like I said, I played Neo 2 at the start of the year and I don't even know that I did it. Yeah, I'm Amto with blue hair. Oh my god. Schluss mit dem Schabernack. German politician memes. Enough of that. How's this year over? I don't know, Bear. I don't know. I have no idea. It feels like there happened. It feels like there happened so much this year, yet nothing actually stuck out. Mostly because I've been. We are stuck in this place for this year because Shatira, you know, her health situation. Let's phrase it like that. But it's, well, this year's something. I mean, this is something I really want to do right now. Like, just look at what has been going on. This is one of the one of the best clips ever that happened on my end. So good. Yeah. Yeah, this year was something, we lost a few things this year, ugh. Let's not go with that. Oh yeah, look, and we have this other thing, which I still very much enjoy doing, don't get me wrong. It's
yeah,
not,
you go and go show him.
It's not the reason I'm not playing this game anymore.
Good job.
But this was beautiful. This one singular tank robot was an absolute machine.
Yeah. Bobby number 3 is a killing machine. Look at that. Here, have a look. Yeah, I'm gonna help you, Bobby 3. Let me help you. Good job. Yeah, you go at him, jump. Yes, you did it. Bobby number 3, the legend.
So good. I still, probably in like 1 or 2 years, I'll probably have the urge again to play Tears of the Kingdom and know how the story goes. Maybe, probably, I don't know. My hype for that game, sadly, or my interest in this game kind of died down for unexpected reason. Did I play some Dragon's Dogma this year on stream? No, not this year. Last year? Oh yeah, I played some last year. Like 4 hours of that. Like 1 year ago. Good memory. Not too much. I think I did a bit of Black Isle? Question mark? But next year is gonna be full of Dragon's Dogma. You just watch. Next year is gonna be very interesting. Cause so much Dragon's Dogma. I can't even wait for that. I mean, of course, it's gonna be interrupted by me having to play some FF14, because FF14 is my other big, you know, free-term investment. Maybe I'll do it on stream. Probably not, because I use mods. Nobody likes seeing that. And even though I'd really love to show you whatever I've created in 14, because I am now actually at the point where Mimi in 14 looks close enough to the new one. Like, looks close enough to... My Mimi in 14 looks very close to this now, and I'm super happy about that. You can't even imagine how happy I am with that. I do love my Bun Wolf. She's great. This year was Darkest Dungeon 2, Monster Hunter stuff, and some Nier 2, yeah. But mostly Darkest Dungeon 2 and Monster Hunter. That is the gist of it, of this year. Because I've been, well, lazy. As I said earlier, I've been lazy in the first half of the year. Aside from Darkest Dungeon. I've had a lot of downs this year where I did not feel motivated to do stuff at all. So I'm very sorry about that. Cat girl. There was a time where I was playing a Mikote in. Or Mikote? Cat. FF14 Mimi is peak art? She is. Yuma had her hands in there as well, so to speak. Oh yeah, look forward to this happening again next year.
Oh, let's get started.
Look forward to that. So we have, of course, if we're talking about this year, we must not forget this. Ain't I beautiful?
Now I'm a little motivated.
You're having a 2023's gone moment? Bear, I've been lazy. I've had so many downers this year that I had like literally no motivation to get up. And I was... There's been days where I've just been sitting here all afternoon like... looking at some YouTube stuff. My motivation in this place I am in right now is absolutely non-existent. I would love to actually clean up this place, to put up thingies here. But this flat is the worst trash I've ever lived in. More ranting about my flat. And it's all my fault because I insisted on getting here. That's the worst part. I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody is died. You might be able to hear my sanity breaking a bit. What is that? I don't know what this is. Why is that here? Oh, that is... I see. I see what that is now. Sorry. For you people here, I have been contemplating putting up like 5 or 10,000 channel points redemption once per stream, where I do just exactly that. Zaan Ross. Ross? Bob Zaan? Mika Ross? Something like that. I've been contemplating that. And maybe it'll happen next year, I don't know yet. Maybe I'll just get an Afro wig, who knows? Mika 2023, one word, art. I mean... Bear, I've had... I can't even. I can't even, Bear. And then you have the even more cursed version that you posted on the Discord. Hold on. Where it literally was just that. And that face is... That face of the character just cracks me up so hard. Just look at it. It's like, ah, shit. Ah, this is so beautiful. Somebody somewhere will pay $1 million for that. I want to meet that person. Not even joking. I want to meet that person. If you're out there and you want to buy this stuff for millions of dollars, I'll give you a copy. I'll give you the whole file and delete it off everywhere. Oh my god. Probably the only fame I could have is post what was it? No, I want the word in English. Posthumously. That is probably the only fame I'll ever get. Then again, do I even want fame? Well, let's see what we have. Karma? No, that's just me, Bear. You missed. Imagine 16 on Switch. Dude, there's Witcher and what's on Switch as well? Oh Jesus. I got karma'd. Good job, Mika. Good job. Instead of blocking, you actually just ducked around.
This isn't the end.
Karma. That is stuff that happens to me regularly. Karma card idea. Gotta keep the kitties in business. Oh yeah, we finally actually put up the guinea pig cam. Right. Let me make it small again. So that's great. I'm really happy that that worked out, even if I had to do like 10,000 workarounds. Been a wild year. Nothing happened, but somehow also tons of things happened. So it's like, Hey, one of the big ones for me, I played my first ever randomizer. That is a huge one for me. Now I'm not so scared of them anymore. At least not of the one for oracles. Will I do randomizer again? It's something I'm aiming at. Because I do have the ROMs lying around. I have easy access to randomizing them. And I can even do some key sanity stuff. Which means that like keys and maps and compasses will get shuffled out of the dungeons. So for example, I can find like a key for dungeon 3 out in the wild. Which sounds really interesting. It adds a lot of replayability to it. Is that anything else you're looking forward to next year? So I was expecting the new Monster Hunter to come out next year, like late next year. That's not happening, right? Monster Hunter Wilds. I still have this MHY, like Monster Hunter Wilds from Surface stuck in my head. So I'm like, what's the name of that game again? That'll have to wait until 25, sadly. But I'll be looking forward to the new Final Fantasy XIV expansion, which again I don't know if I'm gonna stream that. Probably not. But other than that, I don't know yet, Bear. Just I flat out don't. Probably more Darkest Dungeon content coming out. Something to be speaking of my private stuff. You might remember that I did do a tiny unboxing of my Darkest Dungeon board game. Like this huge board game with these figures this size. And I wanna apparently they're getting ready to produce and ship the second wave, which means I'm getting all the rest of that. Which I'd be very happy to finally get that, because I've been waiting like we've been waiting, I think 2 to 3 years now. But it's all going. And I even got a message that says they're working on it when I asked them about it. Only took like 2 years or two months. Want to see Mika Tabletop Madness? I don't even... Bear, that will have to wait like 2 years, because I don't have space in this place. Like this... You might see... Look. What the heck, this adorable little dude. That's been keeping watch throughout the Christmas time here. This is a stream game called Tabletop Simulator? That is true. No, Gunter is on the windowsill. No fame, Gunter. I'm sorry. That is a series I want to get back to. Oh, that's Gustav, my bad. I can't tell all these names apart, I'm sorry. My memory is like a very, very cheap, you know, filter for noodles. What do you even call that? Oh, whatever. What do you mean, no window? Okay, we're running in ads here, and I hope that none of you are actually having ads. But yeah. But what else is there to say? Most stream games: Monster Hunter, Etrian Odyssey, Final Fantasy 14, Monster Hunter Rise. I'm still not a fan of Rise. Rise makes me kind of salty. You see, I'm in the... You know how a smaller community is, right? Small, right? We're small, tightly knit. We know each other. The people that are here regularly, I mean. And on Discord. Apparently I'm in the top 1.4% of Twitch. Madness. Just madness. This whole market is so oversaturated. It's incredible. I got a famous follower though. But we did do good mileage on stream today this year. In the later half, when I started playing lots of Monster Hunter. Top 1.4 elitist, not even bear. I'm thinking of stuff to say, but there is nothing more to say. This year has been a thing. This year was there, and now the year's gone. What will come next year? More of this year. For the stream, I mean. That is not Risk of Rain. Is this the last stream? No, that's gonna be probably Thursday. Unless I do some bonus streams next week. Which I don't know, because holidays, family, and you know all the shticks. So we're still gonna go tomorrow and on Thursday. Like I said on the Discord. So tomorrow is gonna be Oxygen Not Included and or Monster Hunter World. And I don't know what I'm gonna do on Thursday yet. Probably Monster Hunter? Who knows? Maybe Risk of Rain? Whatever I feel like. Because Thursday is also my last day of work this year. So after that I'm free! And I can or might do a long stream that day. Who knows? Freedom! Yeah, but well, you know. I'm done. There's nothing more to say. I guess I clipped the first half of the game or of today's stream for the randomizer finish up and that's it. That would have been such a messy ending if I didn't have the soldering there. Yeah, literally. I'm out of words, and usually I can talk what I'm doing in the game, but this time I can't, because there is no game. Which we've played 2 years ago. I feel more like 2022 doesn't exist, if anything, Bear. Oh. Holy shit, I just saw that as somebody with 105,000 active subs on Twitch. Jesus Christ. But yeah, this is us punching way above our weight class because Saturday was a blast for me. Apparently everything was 2+ years ago. 2022 is fake. For this stream, it definitely is. There were no streams after April. Well, apparently... Wait, what? There were streams at the end of the year? Really? Oh, hey, I apparently played a lot of DMC. And I played Everhood last year. Oh, and I played Elden Ring last year as well. Hey, remember Elden Ring? Because I don't. Might be worth playing that again. Might. Who knows? Elden Ring was what years ago? Elden Ring was 1 year ago. This year has been huge for gaming releases, and I don't feel spoken to by any of the releases. It's super weird. Like we had huge releases like Resident Evil 4 Remake. And that's everything I can come up with because I'm not interested in any of the other titles. I'm not even interested in Resident Evil 4. Fuck's sake. What released? Game releases 2023. Oh, be gone. No, that's not what I want. Baldur's Gate released this year. Mika, end of 2023, exactly. Go away. Baldur's Gate released. Honkai Star Rail, which I'm not interested in. Resident Evil The Village, who cares about that? Alan Wake 2, which I want to play Alan Wake 1 and Control before that, if ever. Final Fantasy 16. Ren enjoyed that a lot. Zelda released. Right? Zelda released this year. Feels like 2 years ago. Metro Prime Remastered came out this year? Okay. Against the Storm. Fun game. Still have to finish the hard thing? Yeah, you do. Wait, what's Cocoon? Oh, okay. Super Mario Bros. Wonder... Diablo 4, Cyberpunk DLC, Ghost Trick is something I can play again. Ghost Trick is something I can do on stream even though I know how it ends. What? That's something. Rogue Legacy 2 released this year as well. Did it? Didn't Rogue Legacy 2 release last year on Steam? Yeah, it was last year. My god. Critically acclaimed titles, that's what we're looking at, okay. Major events. Whatever. Diablo 4 was like 2 years ago. What was wrong with your brain? I don't know. My brain is garbage as well. The time flies, that's all I can say, I guess. So, yeah. That's it. I'll just, you know. I'm not even gonna... do I bother with rating somebody because we got rated? Do I? I don't know. None of you people ever stick around to who I raid. I'm disappointed in you. I am. No, I'm not. You got your own lives to be. I'm not sticking around for raids either, so I have no rights of saying you guys disappoint me. Because I just booked myself, so there you go. Oh yeah, this game saw... This year saw tons of big releases, and I was interested in... Two? Zelda? Darkest Dungeon? That's it? No, see, I'm joking. You're always appreciated, everybody of you. All right. Yeah, I'll know who are ready to though. Like I said earlier, tomorrow we're gonna be playing Monster Hunter World and or Oxygen Not Included, or the other way around. I don't know. I don't know what I want to focus on because I've been having a lot of fun in World, but that is fun. That is due to modding. What, Bear? Did you actually see how Mimi looks in World now? If not, I suggest you go back and check that out because big jiggles. Remnant next week or next year, Ren. One of the two. The physics, yeah. Physics are really impressive. Right. Look, I do enjoy chatting with you. I do. But I feel like hold on. No. No. While I do enjoy chatting with you all, all good things have to come to an end. Not this year yet. This isn't the last stream of this series. But today has to come to an end because production keeps urging me on. And by production, I'm talking about my brain. I forgot to press the button! So thank you all very much for hanging out. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, have a great time. And God bless, my friends. that had to be. I'll read you over to a very, very famous Hearthstone player called Neo Greg. So please do consider dropping the wolf raid because I don't want to be alone in that. Copy that, paste it however many times you want. Greg is an amazing person. Thank you again for Vexia for the raid. Vexia, apparently really, really hardcore Darkest Dungeon 2 player. Because finishing all the bosses with all the characters without anyone dying is madness. Shout out again to Vexia. I'll catch you all next time. Have a good one. Until tomorrow. Bye.